Hi, I'm TakiyahLouise. Thanks for clicking through to view this video. Today I'm out walking my trail. I'm walking it backwards today just for a different little bit of a view. And it's about 55 degrees outside, which is pretty nice. It's actually on the warmer side today of 55. So I could probably do without this jacket, but I did take my hoodie off. Still got my scarf and my gloves on for protection because gotta stay protected. But yeah, the breeze is blowing just a tiny bit, but still it is slightly on the warmer side of 55 today. So it's supposed to be in the mid 50s all this week until the next weekend. It's gonna be in the 70s again. So gonna have some primo walking weather coming up, so that'll be nice. And of course today is Sunday, so to recap what happened during the week last week, I finally got my tooth fixed, which is wonderful. I got that cavity taken care of, and then I got the other tooth that was my previous broken tooth taken care of, and that's a good thing because now I can chew gum again. I started chewing gum again the other day. Before, I had a problem with the gum getting stuck into my tooth. There was like a little overhang or something from when they fixed my tooth last time, but this dentist was wonderful. She fixed up my tooth perfectly, and at first I thought that it was to a point where I wouldn't be able to stand it because the tooth was a little bit longer, but it was just ever so slightly too long. And it seems like I've noticed with chewing for the last couple days that it doesn't really bother me as much, so I feel like I'm not going to have to go back and have them shave it down, so that's a plus. And then my goal for the week last week was to get back into the gym at least twice, and I did that. I went on Monday and I walked on the treadmill, had a nice leisurely walk on the treadmill. Felt good to get back in the gym. It was just like a little icebreaker walk. And then I did some walking for most of the week. And then on Saturday, I got back into the gym again for my second session of the week. And I did an arm workout that I had done. I believe I'd only done it one time before, and it was by Ashley Freeman, the lady that did the morning mobility training video that I had done at the beginning of February, the one that I really, really liked. Of the mobility training and like yoga style stuff that I've tried, there's been 3. Hers was my favorite, so I'm thinking I'm going to be going back to that. So I'm still going to keep the same goal of getting back into the gym at least twice a week this week, because I think that worked for me. And if I get in the gym more than that, I feel like that's just going to be a bonus. I do want to try some of that morning mobility training again, because like I said, I really like that one. It's just very straightforward, and you're on the ground. And I had to bring my yoga mat to the gym so I didn't get dirt all over myself, because you are on the ground the majority of the time, unless it's at the end where you stand up and just kind of shake out your stretches and everything. But I did like that, so I want to do that again this week, and then see how things go from there. I probably will, I don't know what else I will do at the gym, if I'm gonna go back into doing another leg workout, like leg day, which has been a while since I've done that, or the other arm workout that I could do on the machines, because I did want to try to do at least 2 arm workouts in a week. We'll see if that actually happens right yet. I'm just still at a point where I'm easing myself back into the gym, since I was absent from the gym pretty much all of March, and I want to get back out into the gym, incorporate that in addition to my walking. And in terms of walking, like at the gym, I had done, I think it was about 25 minutes or so that I did when I went. And I feel like anymore, I don't know how long I want to spend in the gym per day. I wouldn't say that I got burnt out in February, but I was in there a lot for most days, like at least every other day, like 3 times a week, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For the days that I was lifting on the machines, I was there for at least an hour and a half, because it took me at least 40 to 45 minutes to get through the actual workout, doing the 4 sets that I had to do. And I split it up between filming styles of my long video and my short video. And so that was like 40 to 45 minutes. And then I would walk on the treadmill each time for about 45 minutes. And then when I was doing the mobility training, that was only about 24 minutes or something like that. And then I was walking on the treadmill for 45 minutes. So that's pretty much like 6 days a week of going like that when I did in February. And this time around, I'm trying to see exactly how long it is that I need to be in the gym to get results, because the majority of the results that I've had recently in my weight loss, like the 10-pound weight loss that I've had, going from 222 to about 212, which is where I'm right around now, happened in March. And I didn't even go to the gym. I was just basically walking. So I don't know how to interpret that or to gauge that in terms of exercise being like a benefit to my weight loss. Obviously it is, but I don't know how to interpret it, because I was pretty much at a stall in February when I was going to the gym so much. But I don't know, that's something to think about for another day. But yeah, so I'm thinking that if I'm there for at least an hour 15 minutes, that should be sufficient, rather than an hour and a half. And it just depends on the schedule that I use when I go tomorrow, or whatever days that I decide to get there this week. And then I'll just kind of play with the cardio time, because I can't really play. Yikes, there's gnats everywhere. Because I can't really play with, yikes, they're really everywhere. Because I can't really play with the timing for lifting weights, because it takes as long as it takes. But for the cardio itself, I can just kind of set the timer and keep walking or stop walking, however I see fit. So that's something that I'm going to be experimenting with. And who knows, I might not even like it. I might just go back and say sticking to 45 minutes of walking either way, plus the machine work that I do. So I don't know, we'll see. How much time do you guys spend in the gym on any given day? whether you're doing just cardio or weightlifting. Do you combine cardio and weightlifting together? How do you guys work out? I'm curious, because your answers might help me to formulate a plan for building a better workout regime for myself, because that's what I'm trying to do, obviously, is build the ultimate workout regime so I can be as effective as I can be in a specific amount of time, which I haven't determined yet, and just to make the most of the time that I'm in the gym, basically, and go from there. But yeah, I'm coming down to the tail end of my walk, and these gnats are going crazy. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Anything you do is greatly appreciated. Remember to be a good human, and until the next video, take care.